Oh, I was wrong last week. In this video, I'm going to break down why I was wrong and why it applies going into this new week. And I'm going to explain all in this video. And to do so, I'm going to sit down in my comfy office chair and we're going to just chat this one out, especially as we go into this new week. So last week, I posted a video and it was entitled something like "A Wild Week Ahead for Crypto" or something like that. And guess what? In around 5 years of me posting videos online about crypto, last week was like top 3 most boring weeks that I think I've ever lived in the crypto space. It was absolutely boring, and it's just so reminiscent of a bear market. It's very reminiscent of 2018. But last week when I posted that video going into the new week, we had consolidation happening on the charts because things were getting really boring. And I was anticipating a big move because of a really important Bitcoin indicator I want to talk about in this video. But the other reason was we have a big week coming up this week. And I kind of thought in anticipation of this week that the week prior, which was last week, we'd get some activity. And what's going on this week is really important. So going into this week, and I'm not going to say it's going to be a wild week for crypto this time. Let's just wait and see what happens. I think it's going to be, at least, I think there's going to be some important moves. But this week we have CPI data updated for November on the 13th. We have interest rates, what's going to happen with the Fed there. And the other thing that we have is just the fact that the Bitcoin indicator that we've been tracking for years on the YouTube channel, Bitcoin's just been struggling and just seeing resistance at this area, 17,000, just around $17,000, a macro 786 line that we've just talked about for so long. This is a macro shift indicator, meaning we've fallen below that area. Bitcoin right now gravitated back towards it, but with everything going on right now, Bitcoin just grappling with that area right now. So I think a move is bound to happen sooner or later, meaning a big rejection off of that $17,000 area, the resistance area, or just a breakout rally, Bitcoin trying to escape that magnetic area, which is a macro cycle indicator that has proven very consistent throughout the years. Now, with all of this being said, all of these things, the stock market, equity markets, it's Bitcoin and crypto it's just attached to it. Whatever it does, crypto is going to follow. It's correlated, right? So we're in this bear market as crypto holders and we're trying to just navigate through, we're trying to get through, but all the while, right now, it's crazy that we're so reliant and waiting for equity markets. And the biggest concern right now over there is reflective on the S&P 500 chart, where we see these lower highs in this bear market. S&P 500, as anticipated, once again hitting the most previous lower high Fibonacci retracement resistance and actually kind of seeing a rejection off of that last week, and we're kind of slowly coming down. Will that kind of prove consistent, and will we go to another lower low, or will the macro shift of these markets start happening, and can the S&P 500 actually see a breakout this week amidst all of the potential positive narratives that we might see, and start turning this macro chart around? That's what I'm watching for going into this week. Now, the positive sentiments, the positive narratives, headlines that we might see could come from CPI data coming in maybe potentially lower than expected. We've been using this app, Trueflation. We've been tracking on-chain Oracle data, which has really been acting as a successful leading indicator for the CPI data that's been released every month. Right now, Trueflation, the Trueflation app, it's right around, it's just above 6%. We might fall below 6% soon on that chart. And with that data, and if something like that happens, if this is a leading indicator, I know the economy's bad, and I know that there's going to be a lot of talk, and there is a lot of talk about recession, 2023. It's going to be a rough year. But I can't stop thinking and remembering how the markets could very easily bottom before the economy starts turning around in a positive, momentous direction. And so that's the biggest thing I'm telling myself right now. And, going into this week, it's also going into the end of the year. There's so much going on right now that we have to be very mindful of. And the beauty of it is, and I did post that video, Wild Week Ahead for Crypto, and it was very wrong. The beauty of it is nobody knows what's going to happen, right? And so we're all in that same boat. And while we're in these volatile waters and often very boring waters, there's irony there. It's volatile but boring. There's a lot of manipulation going on, but none of us know what's going to happen next. And all we can do is sit here and prepare. So going into this new week, that's what I'm doing. I know what I think may happen with this news, but the key area that I'm watching right now is the Bitcoin chart. It applies heavily to what I'm doing with altcoins, and that's at 17,786 area. Going to keep an eye on that going into this week as we wait for this data to be released, and as we wait truly to see what equity markets do, and also to see just what the general narrative and sentiment across markets is this week. So that's what I'll be watching, and time will only tell what happens next. I appreciate all of you cruising by. Hit the subscribe, hit that like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.